Hi there, Tara here with Quilts Love. Have you ever wanted to make a memory or a t-shirt quilt and you just didn't know how to get started or even what tools you were going to need to do it? Well, I have been making memory quilts for a really long time and I'm happy to share with you the supplies and a couple tips to get you started. The first thing you're going to need, of course, is the special garments that you want to include. Whether it's sweaters, sweatshirts, t-shirts, or even table linens, whatever you want to include in that, there's definitely going to be a pattern that suits the types of garments that you'll need. The next thing you're going to need is going to be a sewing machine. I use a Singer. I have since maybe I was 9, probably. I have multiple sewing machines, but this one is available from any big box store. It's definitely an entry-level machine. It'll get you started. I don't have a lot of fancy stitches on there. I don't really need a lot of fancy stitches on there because with quilting, mostly what you're going to be doing is straight stitching anyway. So of course you could buy a more expensive machine, you could buy one with lots of bells and whistles, but you don't really need that to get started. So a rotary cutter is my go-to. I use a rotary cutter with every single quilt. I also do have a nice pair of very sharp fabric scissors. So get yourself a sharp cutting tool. If you're using those fabric scissors, make sure that you put them somewhere no one else will mistake them as everyday scissors. So if you use a rotary cutter, you're gonna need a cutting mat. They go together. Again, you can pick these up at a big box store. They're not that expensive, and they're definitely something you will reuse over time. The area where, if you're going to invest, I suggest you do invest, is definitely on the rulers. Quilt rulers can be a little pricey. You're going to want to make sure you get a good one. The acrylic ones are really nice because you can see through them. My OmniGrid rulers have a lot of markings on them, so you can see markings at 1/4 inch and 1/8 of an inch in either direction. When you're quilting, you will use small measurements like that. If you're making a t-shirt quilt, you might want to invest in a square ruler. Again, these are a little pricier, but if you make even more than one, it can be worth it in the long run. What you'll find in my gallery frames quilt pattern is that I create a template for you. So if you don't have those rulers, you can just print off that version of the template and use exactly the size of the ruler that you would need. The next thing you're going to need, of course, would be an iron. Optional, but highly encouraged. You're going to need some needles and thread. I am not a heavy pinner, but if this is your first memory quilt, you might want to pin a little bit more because you might be working with fabrics that have some stretch to them. So the pins will help your fabrics lay nicely together and of course stay together as you move them through your sewing machine. You're going to need that thread. And then if you plan to quilt your quilt on your domestic sewing machine, it's totally possible. People do it all the time. People that do king size quilts are amazing. But it is possible to do it. I do recommend that you would grab a walking foot to fit your style of machine if that's the case, because as you're stitching, as you're quilting, the walking foot is going to gather, or it's going to put pressure on all 3 layers as it slides it underneath the needle. So that's going to avoid any ripples or tucks that you might otherwise have. So these are just some of the very basic items that you can use to get started sewing. There will definitely be more patterns to come. Check my website, quiltspluslove.com, or search the internet to find a pattern that you would like to use for your special quilt.